Alrighty, welcome back to Interesting as Fork. This isn't a fork, actually. Isn't that interesting? Alright, let's start off with number 19. Baby elephants suck on their trunks for comfort, just like human babies suck their thumbs. It's so cute, but doesn't that mean the elephant is gonna need braces? And also, do other baby or juvenile elephants make fun of other baby elephants for sucking on their trunks? Like, hey, you haven't grown up yet, dude. Stop sucking on your trunk. You're such a baby, dude. And then the elephants never forget it, and it permanently scars them for life because of their perfect memory, and they'll never be able to get over their childhood trunk sucking trauma. I made it sad. I'm sorry about that. Amazing transportation device for folks with disabilities. This is about to be the coolest thing I've ever seen. This dog, oh my goodness, this is the coolest ride ever. What? Dude, this is sick. This is so sick. I feel like you probably should be wearing a helmet, right? You're gonna put a helmet on, because otherwise, this seems a little bit, risky. No helmet. Okay, I'd recommend a helmet, especially if you're gonna take it. Yeah, okay, a little bit dangerous. I wouldn't advocate for this, unless it's on the road. Okay, wear a helmet, ladies and gentlemen, please. It's a lot safer that way. That's pretty cool, dude. That's super convenient, and you don't even need to find a parking spot. You can just park it where you park a bike. That's pretty cool. And the dog doesn't even jump out. That's not included. You gotta bring your own dog, and you also have to train it to not jump out. Advancement in rescue technology. Wait, is this like a thing that it's got like a ladder up, and then you can get on? Oh, it's just gonna be a montage of different like rescue things. Remote control little life wraps. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. Thank you. I appreciate everyone for coming up with things like this, because I would be panicking if I was out in the open water. And I appreciate that other people are out there creating things to help those of us like me who would just be in real bad shape if we ended up having to, jump off of a boat that was sinking or something. It'd be real bad. Dude, that's so cool. It's like a cozy little fort that just inflates in the water. Suddenly the ocean isn't so scary anymore. That's so cool. It goes from like just a little bag, and then it's a freaking ocean house. I want to go camping in there now. Until it gets punctured, and then it starts to sink, and then we need another ocean raft to save us from the sinking ocean raft, which would be no fun, so maybe not. This is Narwhal. He has a tail growing out of his head. It is completely non-functional and is not attached to anything life-threatening. You could have also named him Unicorn as well, but I guess Narwhal is more related to Reddit because the narwhal baconing thing. Anyone catch that several years ago? I still don't know what the whole meaning of it was, but anyway, I'm sure that they named the dog Narwhal to, appeal to the Reddit stuff. But that's very cute. How does it even happen? Like, what genetic mutation is like, let's take the tail and we'll put it on the head. Can it wag it, dude? It's completely non-functional, so I guess it can't wag. Can you imagine if it could, wag the tail? The dog gets excited and it turns into a unicorn or narwhal horn thing. All right, don't you go and make that weird. Don't you dare. It's a cute dog. Harriet the Tortoise, who demonetized in 2006, had seen Charles Darwin in person. Tortoises can live a very, very long time. Bro, I saw some at the San Diego Zoo. I've seen some YouTube videos out there, okay, of tortoises, just doing tortoisey things, and they make sounds. They're kind of cute and hilarious and adorable sounds all at the same time. And these were big tortoises. They just make a deeper variant of the same sound as they're doing their thing. It was a wild time. And it's real. I can assure you those YouTube videos are not faked if you've ever seen them. And I know that doesn't have much to do with this tortoise right here, but it probably did that, or was involved in that quite a few times over the course of its life. You didn't realize how big the pyramids are until you see them in person. I mean, I figure the pyramids are pretty big. I guess I didn't really underestimate the size. Like they're what is it, like 400 feet tall or something? I'm sure it's pretty spectacular to see in person. And even more so, think about how did they move these gigantic stone blocks Like, these are some Minecraft-sized stone blocks, dude. Probably even bigger, actually. They're like quad Minecraft block size. And they somehow got them up to the top of the pyramid using very, very early technology. And I realize it was not good working circumstance for the people involved in that. And I'm sure there were a lot of people who lost their lives on the way to constructing that thing. It's still, it's wild that they were able to make that so long ago. Vintage Ronson touch tip lighter. What do you? It's like a screw. What? Is it? Is this a freaking screwdriver? This is a flammable screwdriver. You just touch the screwdriver to the other metal tip, and then all of a sudden, fire. It's actually pretty convenient, though, isn't it? Because, like, with a match, you have to worry about it burning down to your finger. It burns too quickly before assuming it lights the cigarette that you're trying to smoke in this situation in ye old days. So if it just, like, stays on fire, but it's not burning towards you or anything, and it's on a long stick, that's pretty convenient. You don't even have to, like worry about charring your finger, which I'm sure is not really a concern for anyone. But... You know, you gotta flick the switch thing real close to where the flame comes out. I'm just scared of fire. I'm scared of water. I'm scared of fire. Scared of like two of the... Actually, you know, wind can be pretty scary too. I'm scared of 3 of the 4 elements. Ground is all right in my book, okay? Earth, ground, usually pretty safe. Unless it like opens up in an earthquake, but that's pretty rare. I think we're okay other than the living in LA part. But I digest. Praying mantis that has been in amber for 12 million years. Pretty sure it's demonetized. Thanks for adding that last part. I was worried. I don't think it's alive. That's a pretty good call, I'd say. But that is wild, dude. Some Jurassic Park stuff. Let's get that DNA out there, dude, and we'll be able to synthesize a new prehistoric praying mantis, even though it looks, I don't know, pretty much like I saw a praying mantis the other day. Saw one the other day that looked pretty similar to that. So it's definitely praying. And it got its wish. It gets to be preserved and looked at. Caught a fish using his thumb as bait. Wow, dude, that's some real accurate worm reenactment, right? Impressive. You'd even be able to trick other worms. Incredible. Whoa, okay. Dude, that thing just went ham. Survival of the fittest, dude. Fish had no idea. God, fish, too easy to trick, bro. You fell for the easiest, earliest trick in the book. The other fish are laughing at you, bro. Must have been like the other fish like, oh, look at that worm over there. I dare you to go grab it. Oh, it looks like a nice, big, juicy worm, dude. Go grab it. Go grab it. And that fish was like, oh, absolutely, looks delicious. And then everybody else was like, he was never the smart one. This HDR image of the solar eclipse in 2017 was recently released for the first time, and it shows one of the most detailed depictions of a solar corona ever taken. That's pretty cool. Dude, I was bummed. I couldn't quite like get a great angle of the eclipse when it was happening, but it was cool. Like you could definitely see it got a bit darker. And how many more years is it going to be until the next one? Well, I mean, granted, they're kind of all over the world. It had been a very long time since one was hitting the North American region, and that's nifty. So I guess it's like, unless you have something blocking out the brightness of the full sun, then you can't really take an image of the surrounding gases because it'd be too blown out or something like that. I don't know exactly how that works, but nifty. The first African American man to receive a full face transplant is thrilled with the results. Science is pretty crazy. Like, that's wild. And it says their face starts out droopy because it takes time for the nerve endings to connect, but after like a year, when the face is fully healed, he'll be able to move his face properly. How do you go about just like rebuilding a face? I don't understand. I don't know how you do that. Science is wild. Science teacher wows students with exploding a pumpkin to reveal carving. All right, science class, dude, let's do it right. Oh, is it just gonna... My face when the inside of my head explodes. Playing any game of Call of Duty. So yeah, you know, he must have just carved everything out, and then he just didn't remove the pieces. And obviously that was the easiest place for the explosion to escape to. So, We just need to have like a much more zoomed in version of this, edited perfectly, just so it's like right when the pumpkin explodes, and it could be a perfect reaction gif to seeing something super frustrating or really surprising. A perfect my face when reaction gif right here. If you turn the frozen water under a pier photo upside down, it turns into an industrial cityscape. Is there like a specific frozen water under a pier photo that I missed? Or is this just like there's a common like photo category, like take the picture of the frozen water under a pier? Yeah, it looks like a lot of smokestacks are emitting a lot of pollution. Not a very pleasant industrial cityscape there. The entirety of the sky is just covered in gross smoke, and hopefully the company manufacturing and emitting all that pollution is also manufacturing a drug that they can then sell in order to combat the effects that are negatively impacting the population around this place. Soviet poster from 1944 depicting legions of German soldiers faded to unalive in the Russian winter thanks to Hitler's orders. I guess it seems fairly accurate, given what happened. The moral of the story here is don't invade Russia in the winter. It doesn't work out. Or at least a land invasion. I suppose technology has changed now. I'd say the ultimate moral of the story is just don't fight between major superpowers, because it's probably not going to turn out well. It is interesting that we've kind of reached a point where you can't like when it comes to US, China, Russia, other nuclear holding superpower countries, like you can't really fight against them, because ultimately all of them have the end this button, and it's like, well, that wipes out everything. So it's a weird state, and I don't like to think about it because it's weird, and I hope that we can all just get along and be happy and stuff like that. So that's my hope. This is what war trenches look like today. It looks like formerly something dug in the dirt that has now been grown over by grass and stuff. But I guess you get those. I don't know, the zigzags are. Why? What were the zigzags for? I wonder. Does it just make it harder to like see in? Must have been a reason for it, instead of just a straight line doing like the extra work to actually dig out more path. It takes more time to cover the same distance, but maybe it's like, so if someone does get into the trench, they don't just have like a line of sight all the way down. Must be what it is. To answer my own question, probably you don't want someone to have a line of sight all the way down the trench if they get in. Hunting dog meets a pack of wolves. One of us. He's like, wait, are you guys my long lost ancestors, dude? You look really similar to me, but you look more wild. And the wolves are like, he's cool. He's chill. I want to know what's going through the dog's head. Is it like, oh God, I shouldn't be here. They look way tougher than me. Act cool. Play it safe. I share some of your DNA. All right, it's chill. We're one in the same. Just let me go. Please don't hurt me. All right, not hunting you guys. We're going after rabbits. So it's chill. Thank you guys. Appreciate your not trying to attack me or anything, because just want to know what's going through the dog's head. Size comparison between a U.S. Olympic gymnast and an MLB pitcher. All right, we have nothing for scale yet. Dude, freaking back full, flat ground, just showing off. How even? How, and also in jeans too. Maybe they're the kind of stretchy jeans, so they're not like actually jeans. How do you just do a back full in jeans? I don't understand. I guess you have a very small moment of inertia, which helps for the spinning. And his arms are like the length of her. I mean, I guess that's how you throw the ball super quick. You get a lot of leverage, right? The longer your arm, theoretically, the faster you can get your hand moving. I never stood a chance, despite my good pitching skills when I was young. I never stood a chance. I was not tall enough. Why do you always have to be tall for sports, other than gymnastics? Should have stuck with gymnastics, honestly. It was my calling, and I whiffed it. Can't believe the coaches are such dicks. Otherwise, maybe I would have stuck with it. Fixing an old sagging rubbing door. Common problem in older doors since the weight of the door relies on the top hinge. See, this is why, especially just a tip if you're building something that, like a new cabinet, has a door that swings out, try to ensure... You're just going to smack your hinge? Oh, you're going to take the hinge out. I was like, hold on here. Is this going to be... Oh, no, it's not a super long GIF. Is he just going to forcefully, like, reorient the door? Is the door not even on the hinge? That seems real dangerous. It can kind of just, like, free float here. Okay, just forcefully bend your hinge, and there. Hopefully it doesn't rip out of the wall as you're doing this, and then hammer it back in, and all of a sudden your door is good. There you go. For all of you who needed some DIY home improvement tricks that are actually legitimate DIY and not DIWHY, here you go. I feel like this guy probably has experience, and there are a whole myriad of ways in which this could go wrong, but feel free to try it yourself. And the top, for the last month, some drugstores in the Czech Republic introduced shampoo and shower gel filling machines. Customers can refill their empty bottles with various products so they don't have to buy a new one every time. I'm assuming that says something along the lines of, get soap and shampoo here. That's a good idea, because here in stores, we sell refills, but the refills are, they're packaged in plastic bottles or plastic baggy kind of things as well. So it doesn't really save the plastic. It's just that you pour it from the plastic into the soap dispenser of your choice back at home. But this way, you actually get to cut out the middleman and reuse every step of the process, I suppose. So that's pretty cool. That's good thinking. Good forward recycling, reduce, reuse, not really recycling. You don't want to recycle soap. I'm gonna put my foot down there. Recycled soap doesn't seem like a good plan. Introduce this here. I have a hard enough time though, like actually going into my cabinet, grabbing the soap refill thing, filling my soap dispenser. I'm just like, I'll use another bathroom instead of the one that doesn't have soap in the dispenser. I'm lazy is the moral of the story. That's it. Thanks for watching the last episode, or the last month, of Interesting as Fork things. Make sure to check the playlist in the description if you missed any, or if you want to watch any other episodes of this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and like if you liked. Do all that stuff. Cool. I'll see you next time.